All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about modules. So what is a module? Consider a module to be the same as a code library, a file containing a set of functions you want to include in your application. How do we create a module? So to create a module, just save the code you want in a file with the file extension .py. What about variables in a module? The module can contain functions as already described, but also variables of all types, arrays, dictionaries, objects, etc. Naming a module. You can name the module file whatever you like, but it must have the file extension .py. Modules. Renaming a module. Okay? You can create an alias when you import a module by using the as keyword. Built-in modules. There are several built-in modules in Python, which can import whenever you like, using the direct or the directory function. There is a built-in function to list all the function names or variable names in a module, the directory function. Import from module. You can choose to import only parts from a module by using the from keyword. So now let's jump over to our notebook and let's make a modules notebook and then dive into the code for some examples. All right, so we've jumped into our notebook here. And what I want to do is I want to make another notebook and label it 18 modules, okay? So again, it's an order and we know when and where we did this curriculum. So let's do 18 dot and then a space modules. Okay, now let's talk about how to create a module. So to create a module, just save the code you want in a file with the file extension of .py. So we've been working with the Python extension the whole time we've been doing this video, obviously, all these videos. So like if I do file and I do save as, we can save this as a .py file, okay? To use a module, we can use the module we just created by using the import statement. So what I want to do is before we do that, let's go file and let's do download as, and we can do Python. Okay, so what I want to do, let's create a module. Okay, so I want to go here, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in def space greeting and then name, and then I want to do colon, return, print, and then hello, comma, and then a space for concatenation, and then we'll do another space and we'll type in name, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to do file, download as, .python, okay? So this is going to be a modules.py file, okay? So we'll hit okay. And what I want you to do is open that up in your downloads folder, wherever that may be. And I'm going to copy it. So you can do Command C on the Mac, Control C on the PC. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it on my desktop. And then I'm going to label this modules-1.py, okay? And then we're going to load this up with the next example, okay? So it's going to be, since we saved it as, let me see where did I save it here on the desktop? Okay, so we saved it as modules-1. Now let's change the name of that. So let's get rid of the 18 and let's just call it my module, okay? And all lowercase. So one thing that you don't want to do when you're calling on a module is you don't want to make it a difficult name. Like you don't want to give it a number, 18.modules. Whatever. It's gonna break the code basically, and it will not allow you to do that based on those characters sometimes. If you don't write it in exactly as it is, it's going to be confused and it won't work. So the best thing to do is simplicity, okay? We want to keep it as simple as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to import this module. So I want to add a cell here, so I'm going to run this. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to import. So we're going to do import, and we're going to do my module, okay? And then we'll do my module dot greeting, and then Jonathan, okay? Okay. Now, when I run that, we get an error. And why? Because it can't find it, right? So we need to do a little adjusting on our desktop. So what I want you to do is I wanted you to take this, I'm inside my Finder here, but I'm technically on the desktop here. And what I want you to do is I wanted you to grab my module.py and I want you to drag it into the Python basics folder, okay? And then I want you to run this again, okay? Now, it says no module named my module, okay? We're going to try again, okay? So we have import my module, and let's try this again, okay? And if it doesn't work, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to delete this cell and this one, and then we're going to try this again, okay? So it's not working right now, and that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete that for right now. I'm going to run this again, and then we're going to delete these cells, and then I'm going to go into our desktop just to make sure that I have everything in there, okay? So what it should be is it should work now, okay, based on this. So what I'm going to do is let's do import my module, okay, and then we're going to do my module dot greeting Jonathan. Okay, and then let's run that. Hello, Jonathan. There you go. So now it works. So what it did is it grabbed that file on the desktop inside of our directory. So you see here we have modules.ipynb, which is the notebook, and we have my module.py here, so it can actually find it. Now, if you were to put this on your desktop and not inside of Python Basics, it's going to throw an error. Okay, so if I do my module, I'm going to misspell it, so it'll throw the error. No module name this. Okay, so it's going to throw an error because it can't find the directory. You're not pointing it to the right location. Okay, but if I add that E back in there and then I run it, then we're good to go. Okay, so that's how you add or import a module. Okay. Now let's talk about variables in a module. So the module can contain functions, as already described, but also variables of all types, dictionaries, objects, etc. So we can save this code. Person1 equals name equals John, age 36, and then country Norway. And then we can import that in. Okay. And so what I want to do is I want to go to the Python basics and I want to open up this file. Okay. And I want to put it here so that we can just import this example here. So we're going to do person1 equals, okay, and we're going to do name in quotes and then a colon and then a space, and we'll do John, okay, in quotes and then comma, and then we'll do age, colon, 36, and then a comma, and then a return, and then we'll do country. Okay, and then we're going to do Norway. And then we'll close that with a bracket. Okay. Now when I import this, okay, I'm going to save that. And now when I import it, I'm going to delete this cell. And then what will happen is when I import my module, okay, instead of doing my module greeting, okay, we're going to comment this out. And I'll return a couple times. And then I'll do A equals my module dot person1. And then in brackets here, we'll do, in quotes, age. Okay, and then we'll print A. Now, when I print that, what it should do is it should grab the module, which it didn't do. Module, my module has no attribute. Person1, okay. So let's look at this. I'm going to comment this out, and then we'll save that. Okay, and then we'll run this again. And it's saying that A equals my module.person1 It has no attribute. Okay. So let me just make sure that we wrote everything in correctly. Okay, I'm also going to comment that out and save it. Okay, so we have person1 equals, and then the curly braces, and then we have name, John, comma, age, 36, comma, and then country, Norway. Okay. Then we close it, and then, so we should be good there. Let me run this again. Okay, it still doesn't want to work, which is fine. We'll figure out what's going on. So let's do it like this then. Let's import my module and all this, and copy this, and let's go to another block of code. Okay, now I'll run it. Okay, so it's still giving me the error. So it's saying that A equals my module dot person1 age, okay, isn't working. So what we'll do is we'll just grab this code and we'll put it in this block here and then run it. Okay, and it still doesn't work. Okay, so if it did work, it would be like this. So when I run it, we won't import it. We'll just run it here, okay? There you go, 36. Okay? It's a little rough to do this because I'm doing this on the fly, and importing and exporting stuff for this example, like I said, it's not cooperating with me. So naming a module. You can name the module file whatever you like, but it must have the file extension .py on it. Okay, renaming a module, you can create an alias when you import a module by using the as keyword. So what that means is we can do this, okay? So let me run this. And basically what that means is this: import my module as mx, okay? Or we'll do as example, okay? And then we can type this code: A equals example dot person1 brackets quotes age, and then we're going to print A, okay? So I'll go down here, we'll print A, and then run that, okay? And my module has no attribute person1, okay? So we'll give person1 an attribute. Let's just give it this example. So we'll do person1 equals, and then the curly brace, okay? And then inside of there, we're going to do name, colon, and then John, okay? Okay, and then I'll run that. Okay, and it still doesn't work, and that's fine. So we'll just leave it at that. But again, I just wanted to show you how to do that and how you can change the name of it. So if I run that, it still throws an error, which is fine. I'm just going to copy all this and cut it out, and then we'll delete this and open up a new cell and just paste it in there so you can see it, okay? So, and then built-in modules. So there are several built-in modules in Python which can import whenever you like, okay? So you can import and use the platform module, okay? So so if we do that, let's add a, in fact, let's do it here, okay? So we'll do import platform, and then we'll do x equals platform dot system, okay? And then print x. So this is how it should be when it works. Darwin. Okay. Why not? And then using the directory function, there's a built-in function to list all the function names or variable names in a module. Okay, so the directory function. So what we'll do is, let's do that here. So we'll do import platform, x equals directory, and then platform, and then print, whoops, get a little carried away there. There we go, print x. Okay, and then I'll run it. And now you can see a lot of information here. So you can see the list all the defined names belonging to the platform module, okay? There you go. And then I'm just going to talk about how to import from modules. So you can choose to import only parts from a module by using from keyword. So the module name, my module, has one function and one directory. So if you wanted to bring that in, you could. You can import only the person one dictionary from the module if that's what you wanted to do. We're not going to do that because it's not cooperating with me right now, and I tested this before I recorded. So I'm going to leave it at that. And so that is modules in Python. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.